Shri Dakshinamurtaye. शुरू हो जाओ बॉस.
Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो तारी राय सो तारी राय. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complaint level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Our life can be nishkama, free from desires, nishkama. But it cannot be nishprayojan. The difference. Nishkama is no more burden of desires that we carry in this life. That doesn't mean our life is nishprayojan. There is no purpose of life or what. See? Therefore, when we are studying the scriptures, what is the purpose, prayojan? So it is said, Kim punaha tat prayojanam iti uchyate rogartha seva rogo nivritto sastata. When ये आवाज थोड़ा कम करें, बहुत ज्यादा है. So when the disease is carried by us, we suffer. Health we don't have to create, only remove the diseases. The very word tells at ease and dis-ease. See the difference? So by factory settings, we are normal. Like our phones, they are normal when you buy them new. But then what happens? Free downloads. We keep on downloading so many apps. If you look at your own phones, I tell you, not more than 3 or 4% of your apps you have ever used. And as a result, your device has got a limitation. And when more than the limits is added, then it hangs up. See? So this hanging up is called as miseries in life. Then what is to be done? We want to remove these miseries. Therefore, when the disease is removed, we are at ease. So this is the purpose. Tatha dukkhatmana tasya dvaita prapancha upashame swasthata. In the same manner, we are suffering in this relative world of dvaita, duality. Where duality is rejected, you attain peace. That means attainment of the peace is not a gain. See, spiritual life is not gainful. It is a total loss. When we go to sleep, what do we get? Nothing. We give up everything. Achievements, failures, relations, possessions, everything. Friends, enemies, everything is rejected. And when we reject everything, we come to a point which cannot be rejected. That is our essential nature. Therefore, what is the purpose of studying Upanishad? Is this prapancha upashamaha. Dvaita prapanchasya avidya कृतत्वाधि यया तद उपशमः स्यात् इति ब्रह्म विद्या प्रकाशनाय अयम आरंभः क्रियते. So this Dvaita Prapancha has to be quietened. And it is for this purpose the cause will be Brahma Vidya. So the wrong notions have to be removed without creating new notions. This is one of the most important thing in Vedanta Shastra. In other, it is the other way around. They replace one notion with other notion. It is not so. Therefore, it is said in Upanishad, yatra dvaitam iva bhavati, yatra van. So, wherever there is duality, samsara begins. Therefore, we are studying this Mandukyopanishad for removal of these wrong notions about ourselves, about the world, about God, and about the spiritual practice. तत्र तावत् ओंकार निर्णयाय प्रथमं प्रकरणम प्रधानम आगम प्रधानम आत्मतत्व प्रतिपत्ति उपाय भूतम. The first chapter is Agam Prakaranam, meaning what? The original Upanishad is contained in the first chapter among the four. And what is there here? Yasya Dvaita Prapancha Upashame Dvaita Advaita Pratipatti Rajvam Iva Sarpadi Viveka Upashame Vikalpa Upashame. So when the illusions of the snake on the rope is removed, the rope is revealed. In the same manner, when the illusions of this relative world is recognized, you are at peace. That means we live in the relative world, but we are not influenced by the relative world. Yesterday I told you this point, very important point. You cannot stop without getting identified with the body. We are all identified with the body. Now also, whether you are in satsang or dussang, you can't stop it. Then what is the problem? Problem is not body identification. Problem is we take it as serious and real. That is the problem. So what is to be done? Karnataka. When an actor is performing on the stage, he seems to be identified with the character to such an extent that the audience feels really he is enjoying or suffering. But in that enjoyment and sufferings, the actor knows he is neither enjoying nor suffering. This is all spiritual practice according to Vedanta. See how simple it is. But when we study Bhagavad Gita, etc., we become so serious. You know what Bhagavan Krishna told? Jodha Jodha hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. Thank God, Bhagavan Krishna was not a Bengali. See, once I was in Delhi among the Bengalis, and the first chapter I was speaking there. And there is one shloka in the first chapter. Sankaro narakayaiva kulagnanam kulasya. Sankara means crossbreeding. So Sankaro narakayaiva kulagnanam kulasya. Bengali. Shankaro narakayaiva. Shankar ji ko narak mein bhej de. See, relax. The whole Bhagavad Gita was told by Bhagavan Krishna with a smile on the face. If you have studied Vedanta, you are studying Vedanta, and if you are serious, you are going the wrong way. Therefore, the first chapter is establishment of our correct identity, and it can be done by removal of the Dvaita. Therefore, in the second chapter, it is the Dvaita Vaititya Prakaranam. Dvaita is rejected through logic and understanding. Then it should not mean that Advaita, non-dual, is also illusion. No. It is established in the Advaita Prakaranam, and the last Prakaranam, Alata Shanti. Now this Alat Shanti Prakarana is so beautiful. Very little thing you have to do in your life. You understood everything in Vedanta. See, you must have done it during Diwali. We take the full jadi and move it. So what is our experience? We see a circle. Is the circle there? Circle is not there. It appears but doesn't exist. There is alat. Circle is alat. Shanti, then you stop moving that puljadi. Thereafter inquire. Are, there was such a beautiful circle. Where it has gone? Investigate. Now what we have to understand, be very attentive. Wherever there is a movement, there is samsara. Samsarati iti samsara. Stop movements. You are divine. See? This etadvaitat. Now, how the movement happens? When sequence is established. Morning, one event. Going to take bath, second event. There is no water in the bathroom, third event. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then a movement is born. And with this movement, agitation starts. And see how beautiful it is. We all know this. But we know this, we do not know. Therefore, any Tom, Dick and Harry, they want to do meditation. Swamiji, please tell how to do meditation. What do you do when you do on your own? Oh, I just sit down. Meaning what? I stop movement. Gross movement at the body level, waking experience. Subtle movements at the mind level, dream experiences. In deep sleep, no movement, no samsara. Alata Shanti. And for that we told, Dekho, suno, mat bolo. Because what is speech? Speech is grossified mind. Mind itself is called as the speech. Mind itself is the speech. Mind is unmanifest speech. And speech is manifest mind. See. And therefore, maunam vyakya prakatita para brahma tattvam yuvanam. One of the highest spiritual practice is at two levels. At our level, do not talk to yourself. Mind stops. And while dealing with the world, before we talk, ask a question. Is it necessary to talk? Mind will be at peace outside as well as inside. See. It is so simple. It's not difficult. In this manner, the fourth chapters tell the real spiritual practice, what we have to attain. Katham punah onkara nirnaya atma tattva pratipatya upayatvam pratipadyate iti uchyate. Now, on what basis you say that Om is a means of attaining the absolute? How it is? So, the quotations from the scriptures are given. This is called, in a technical language, as the review of literature. So, Om iti etad alambanam sreshta, etad vai satyakama, Om iti atmanam yunjeta, Om iti brahma. See? Etad alambanam sreshtam, etad alambanam param. This Om is the sreshtam, the highest and the most subtle support to start from the moment and disappear in the moment. See. Therefore, Om is glorified. Om iti idam sarvam. Rajvadi Sarpa Vikalpaspadaha Advaya Atma Paramartha San Pranadi Vikalpaspadaha Yasa Tada Sarvopi Vak Prapanchaha Pranadi Atma Vidya Vikalpaha Vishaya Omkara Eva. Now, important thing. The world is defined as Nama Rupatmak Jagat. In one text, Drugdrishya Vivek, this topic comes. Asti bhati priya nama rupa iti panchamshakam. Asti bhati priya adyatrayam brahma rupam. Nam rupa samsara. Adyatrayam brahma rupam and jagad rupam tato dvayam. So the two are nama rupa is the world. Now be very attentive. The object has no existence without the reference of the name. Name and the form cannot be separated. This mic is a form, this phone is a form. They don't know each other. No samsara. See? So, form is indicated by the name. Now, forms are outside, other than me, and the name is in my mind. So, the name and the form, the inside and outside, is supported by a common factor. And therefore, the truth is objective as well as subjective. Therefore, Om iti idam sarvam. So the objective world is also Paramatma, and the subject who is experiencing this world is also Paramatma. This has to be established, and this is for that purpose this Upanishad begins. It is not that the world is useless and all. No, no, no. Everything is Paramatma. Now, how do we come to that? This is what we will be studying in this thing. Onkara Vikara Shabda Avidheyascha Sarvaha Pranadi Atma Vikalpaha Abhidhana Vitirekeda Nasti. No object. Abhidheya means object. Abhidhana means the name of the object. Like this is the object, and the name of the object is mobile phone. So, in this manner, when we are able to understand that the object form is dependent on the name, and the name is supporting the form. In this manner, this Om is both the object as well as the name of the object. Tasya idam vacha nama bihi dama bihi sarvam sitam sarvam hi idam namani iti shrutibhyaha. Therefore, the whole world is nothing but an expression, interaction between the name and the form. Now be attentive. I am telling you sadhana point of view, not going only with the commentary. Name and the form. Which is in our control. Forms are not under our control. Then the names are in our control. So what should be the spiritual practice? Spiritual practice should be, we start working on the names. See? So when we are uncontrolled thinkers, then the mind is constantly creating forms, names, and we get tired of that. Then we have to control that. So for controlling that, we are given the Nama Japa. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Slowly, from the multiple names of the world, we are funneling it to only one mantra. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And still further we go, that we drop even the names. When the names are dropped, that means when we enter the silence, world also disappears. In this silence, where are we? When are we? What are we? How are we? Nothing. But we are. See, friends, Therefore, when we are studying this Upanishad, we have to bring to our knowledge clearly, name and the form is the world. Therefore, you will see everywhere, they'll be donating some money and then there will be one statue and there will be the name, because name and form is the world. See, I was in Vrindavan. One of the places of Bhagwan's Leela, somebody took me, I went there. And Namaskar Chamatkar. And the Panditji there told me, Maharaj, you should put one stone with your name here. See, so many people have put. I said, what for? He said, when your name is there on the stone and anybody comes and steps on that stone, his merits are transferred to you by Bluetooth. Corruption वहाँ भी है. See? I said, oh, very good idea then. I don't have to do any punyam, it will come to me directly. So put one stone. Ah, very good. Maharaj, it will cost you 2,500 rupees. I said, pay, never mind. See, friends, who knows what names is that? But we get lost only in the name and the form. See, friends, therefore, the more we are aware of this fact, we will not be required to be told again and again, देखो सुनो, देखो form, सुनो words, मत बोलो, you are withdrawn. World doesn't begin. See, therefore, this first mantra of this Upanishad begins. ओम इति एतद् अक्षरम इदं सर्वं तस्य उपव्याख्यानं भूतं भवत् भविष्यत् इति सर्व ओंकार एव यथा यच्च अन्यत् त्रिकालातीतं तद् अपि ओंकार एव. दिस इज द फर्स्ट मंत्र. ओम इति एतद् अक्षरम इदं सर्वं. See, idam means objective. In Sanskrit, the meaning of the word idam is this. So this mic, this problem, this flower, this pain, idam means this. But in Vedanta, idam means that which is recognized as other than the self. See? Therefore, Om iti etad aksharam sarvam yad idam arthajatam abhidheya bhutam. Abhidheya means objective. So the whole objective world is nothing but Om. See? Yad idam arthajatam abhidheya bhutam. Tasya abhidhanad vyatirekat. Abhidhana vyatireka se onkara vyatirekat. Onkara eva idam sarvam. So all the abhidheya, all the objects are indicated by the name abhidhana. And therefore, the moment we hear the word, the object comes in front of us. See? Like I say, cow, so immediately cow comes in our mind. See? Varanasi, immediately Varanasi comes in front of our mind. Abhidhana, abhidheya. When we are sitting all by ourselves and go on thinking what we are doing, we are creating the whole world in our mind. If I go there, I have to go after this lecture is over, I have to go there and prepare food. Some people are coming and they never tell me on time. The moment you stop talking to yourself, world is not created. When you stop talking to others, the existing world cannot influence us. See, friends, maximum damage happens only because of talking. See, therefore, Upanishad as well as the Dhyana mantra tells, Mauna Vyakya Prakatita Para Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam Varshishthante Vasadrishiganaihi Avrutam Brahmanishtahi Acharendram Karakalita Chinmudram Ananda Rupam Swatmaramam mudita vadanam dakshinamurti mide. Silence is the most eloquent language of the truth. Therefore, yadidam arthajatam, the whole objective world, is indicated by the name Avidhana. Therefore, without the Avidhana, Omkarasya Vatirekat, Omkara eva sarvam. Therefore, whole world is nothing but Om. Paramcha, and in addition to that, Brahma Abhidhana Abhidheya Upaya Purvakam eva Gammyate iti Omkaraha. Therefore, this Paramatma is both, Brahma is both Abhidheya, the form, and Abhidhana, the name. And it is indicated by the word or the letter Om, and therefore everything is Omkar. See? Omkar idam sarvam. See, friend, this Omkara sadhana is so beautiful and so simple. If you get disturbed for whatever reason, 2-3 techniques can really quieten our mind. One technique is, wherever you are sitting, then chant long Omkar, as much long as you can. Both the world and the sound, both of them dissolve. First technique. The second technique is where from the Om begins and where it ends. Om. When consciously you become aware of this, you come to know the Om sound begins from our spiritual heart. Oh, it begins from here. And it continues to be, and again it goes back here. Therefore, Om or Omkar is everything. See, friends, Tasya parapara brahma rupasya aksharasya Om iti etasya upavakhyanam. Now, what is the meaning of the complete understanding of this Om? You told us that the world is Om and the name is Om, everything is Om, Om. But what exactly that Om means, we should get a clear experience of that. And therefore, it is said, Brahma Pratipatti Upayatvad, Brahma Samipataya. So this Om is a means by which we can merge in our divine nature. And it is for this purpose, Upavyakhyanam Prastutam. Therefore, we are now expanding the real meaning of Om, by which we will be able to merge back in our divine nature. See? Now, not only that, Bhutam Bhavat Bhavishyacha iti Kalatraya Parichedya Yat Tad Omkara Eva Ukta Nyayataha. Therefore, how the sequence, how the inside, outside, how the world begins is only because of the concept of time that is born. See, Maya Kalpita Desha Kala Kalana Vaichitra Chitri Krutam. When our experience begins, first is the Asmita Tattva, the notion of I. First thing, when we wake up, notion of I. Then time, what is the time? Then place where I am. Then who am I? Now what I have to do? The samsara begins from this. Therefore, the past, the present, and the future, all of them are simultaneously supported by the Om, and yet the Om is beyond the three. Now, you know what is happening in your mind? You are struggling. Om is my nature. Am I like this? Om means Brahman. Brahman means you. That which is without any special name and form. See, vision is without name and form and therefore can support all name and form. Now, if we want to learn, understand how the vision looks like, see, then according to our imaginary abilities, we start thinking, oh, it must be like this, like that. No. All the colors and forms, although eliminated by the vision doesn't have any color and form in the same manner. Although the Om is indicating everything, past, present, future, although are the objective, subjective, yet it is beyond all of them. See, if you take from the grammar point of view, Om is a Uma. It will come here also. There are three letters, Varna, consonants, A, U and Ma. The Akar, A, is pronounced without efforts. When you throw the air from the mouth, A, Alif, A. The place of the A is our throat, Kantya. A. Then U. Now the same A is modified by twisting the tongue and the buccal cavity. And the last sound from the speech is Ma. So the complete speech is contained in this Om. See, Om. In this manner, slowly we start withdrawing ourselves from the objective pursuit. And then we come to know the past, present, and future. This is only with reference to the sequence. In the deep sleep, there is no time, there is no place, there is nobody, but there is happiness. Therefore, Bhut, Bhavat, Bhavishyat iti Kalatraya Parichedyam. So everything which is conditioned by the time is also Omkara, and Anyataha, and also what is beyond that is also the Omkara. Yacha Anya Tritaya Kalatitam Karyadi Gamyam Kala Parichedyam Avyakrutadi Tadapi Omkara Eva. Therefore, all that is indicated by the words and all that is beyond the words is nothing but the Omkara. Therefore, this Omkara is the very foundation of the spiritual practice. See. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. In Bhagavad Mahapuran, it comes, when Brahmaji was born from the umbilicus of Narayana on a lotus, he was all alone. And he didn't know anything, because all alone, didn't know anything. So he looked to the left, one head was born. He looked to the right, other head was born. He looked back, said, third head was born. And thus he got 4 heads. And then he didn't know what to do. Then he heard, go within. And he went deep into the stalk of that lotus, and there he discovered, Om. See. In this manner, Om is the beginning of the creation. In Om only the creation is sustained, and it goes back to the Om. Mai eva sakalam jatam, mai sarvam pratishthitam, mai sarvam layam yati, tad brahmadvayam asmeham. Everything is born in me, everything is sustained in me, everything goes back to me. That eternal substratum of the total relative creation is my essential nature, and it is indicated by Om. See, in this manner, The abhidhana abhideyoho ekatve api abhidhana pradhanena nirdesha kritaha. So although it was said that the subject and object and the name of the object are both indicated by the Om, yet abhidhana pradhanena nirdesha kritaha. But basically the sound or the words were predominantly told. Now, Om iti etan aksharam idam sarvam ityadi abhidhana pradhanena nirdishtasya punah api abhideya pradhanena nirdesha abhidhana abhiyo ekato pratipatyartha. Therefore, now what we have to establish, the name and the form, both of them are Om and they are not separate from each other. See, when we talk about mind is disturbed, we simply complain, we don't find out what is the meaning of disturbed mind. See, mind is disturbed means either the mind is running in time, past memories, or future worries. Or the mind is disturbed because of some object. See? And how the object you become mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, and then start doing meditation. See? Immediately the whole world is created. Because names are there. And therefore, we have to clearly understand that the name and the form are not two. In Bhagavad Mahapuran, some Mahatmaji was talking, probably Bhagwan, our Akhananji Maharaj. I like that thought very much. When the Jiva started going to the world, he started crying, Baba, Baba, I don't want to go leaving you, I don't want to go. That's why when children are born, they cry. I don't want to go, I don't want to go. Why you don't want to go? I cannot live without you. Nobody have to go. This is the time to go to school. You cannot stop at home. Then, look here. I will be taking the form. And the name which is indicating that form, I give it to you. So the forms are, objective world is Paramatma, and that name of the Paramatma is given to us. Therefore, Nama Sadhana is considered the topmost sadhana. See, friends, the moment you recognize this, you think about something very bad. See what happens to your whole system becomes polluted. See, we think about our great politicians, corruption here and there, and after that you go to sleep. What will be your dream? I think I am also put behind the bar. Because that is what we are constantly seeing. Instead of that, if we associate ourselves with the Lord's name, slowly, slowly, yatra yatra manoyati tatra tatra samadhaya. And therefore, this name and the form, these among these two, the names are in our hands. We cannot do with the form. See? No, but we don't believe in the form. Therefore, destroy the form. That is the height of foolishness. You can control the forms by the name. Therefore, Puna abhidhana abhideya pradhanena nirdosham nirdesha krita. Itarataha abhidhana tantra abhideya pratipatti iti bihi gonamityashanka. Otherwise, what will happen? We may have the wrong notion that we give only importance to the abhideya, the object. See, there are two types of spiritual practices in devotion. One is abhideya pradhan. Abhideya pradhan are the pushti margi. See? They will have a beautiful Krishna and a small cute little cot and a small machardani and a small the tube and then a toothpaste. This old lady gets up in the morning, keeps in stand. No. Chappan bhog dawa. Therefore, pushti margi will never see thin. Pushti margis are well fed, pushed. And the other is the Nam Pradhan. See? Ram Krishna Hari, Ram Krishna Hari, Ram Krishna Hari. In Pushti Marga, it is the Rupa Pradhan. Varkari Sampradaya is Nama Pradhan. The Varkari people, They do not have elaborate pujas. When a Varkari, a sincere Varkari, when he gets up in the morning, right in the bed itself, whether taken bath or not, gone toilet or not, he sits there and he does the Atma Puja. In the heart, there is a beautiful Pandharpur, and in that Pandharpur, Bhagavan Vitthal is standing, and I am offering this pani and then the milk and everything nicely. He's washed and is kept properly, and then we are doing the arati and bhoga. Everything is inside the mind. See? Therefore, in all the great masters' writings, you come to know this, that more importance we give to the chanting of the Lord's name, easier becomes our spiritual practice. See? Whether we talk Vedanta, whether we talk Upasana, Nama Sankirtan, whether we talk Yoga or we talk Karma, all of them are working on the mind. See, Karmani Chitta Shuddhartam. Karma is done for the purification of the mind, not for getting success or failure in the world. No. That will anyway come or not come. Yoga is done so that our mind is under our control. And we can control the mind if we have correct understanding about the mind. How the thoughts are born, how the thoughts become too violent, all these things, how they can be controlled. Yoga Shastra. And then we come to know the simple little things about mind, that the mind goes through 5 stages. First, it is absolutely disturbed. Not 1 second it can keep quiet. Caw, 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 like a poultry farm. Second thing, other extreme, dull-witted. You ask some frustrated old people, Babuji, how are you? Mare nahi abhi tak. Maro na fir. See? Have you taken food? कोई देता है तो खा लेते हैं. Mood, dull-witted. The third stage of the mind is vikshipta, very much obsessed. Things should happen exactly the way I want. Obsession. Under these 3 conditions, we are not yet born as spiritual seekers. Then the 4th condition comes, the ekagra. Ekagra means now the mind is available to us. With such a available mind, we can do nama sadhana, we can do yoga sadhana, we can do jnana sadhana. See, friends. Therefore, when we are thus ekatva pratipattesya prayojana abhidhana abhideyo ekena eva prayatnena yugapat pravilapayantam vilakshanam brahma pratipadyeti. Therefore, simultaneously, the form and the name must merge into the absolute. I gave probably yesterday example. When the fire is applied to the water, only heat is caught. When the fire is applied to the wood, both heat and light is caught. In the same manner, the same conscious blissful existence, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, when it is manifesting, where consciousness or life cannot be manifested, it is called as the objective world. And where it can manifest both Sat and Chit, it is called as subjective. Therefore, there are not 2 Brahman, only one reality. And the difference in the expression is because of the upadhi and not because of the Paramatma. See? Like in case of the bulb, electricity expresses only as light. That doesn't mean it doesn't have the magnetic field. It does have, depending upon the upadhi. And therefore, this Om, the Brahman, the reality alone is everything. This is what we have to ultimately come to establish. And for that, it will be told, Pada Matra, Matrasya Pada. What is that? We'll see in the second mantra. Sarvam hi etad Brahma, ayam Atma Brahma, soyam Atma Chatushpat. So after having told this, Sarvam hi etad Brahma, So all that is indicated by the Om is nothing but Brahman. Brahman means what? Bruhatvat Brahman. Now see, these are the techniques you can discover yourself. The more the attributes, grosser is the thing. If you take the earth, earth has got 5 attributes. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Very gross. Come to the water, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa. There is no Gandha to the water except the grace of BMC. Then you come to the fire, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa. Fire doesn't have Rasa and Gandha. See, this is the technique used by the Udupi hotels. They give you so hot rasam and sambar that when you eat it, how it is, oh, it's very hot. No question of taste. Fire doesn't have taste. See, so one quality is reduced. Earth 5, water 4, fire 3, then air. Air has got only 2 qualities, Shabda and Sparsha. See, no form. And come to the space, only Shabda. See, and what is the sound of the mind? Mind has no sound. Therefore, mind doesn't have any of the 5 attributes. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. All the 5 attributes are totally absent in our mind. And therefore, these 5 sense organs become important to comprehend what the mind is. See, now mind can function only objectively. Mind cannot function subjectively. Like eyes can see everything else other than the eyes. Eyes cannot see themselves. In the same manner, mind can think about everything which is other than the mind. The moment mind is focused to inquire what the mind is, manasam tu kim margane krite naiva manasam. Mind disappears. And when the mind disappears, the truth is revealed. This is how sarvami etat Brahma. Therefore, the Brahman will be what? Which will be absolutely attributeless. Nirgun Nirakar is Brahman. Saguna Nirakar is Paramatma. And Saguna Sakar is Bhagavan, Avatar. So the Brahman is referred by the Vedanti, the Paramatma is referred by the Yogis, and Ramakrishna is referred by the Dvaiti, the devotees. But all of them are one and the same. See? The same person is referred as the son, the same person is referred as the husband, the same person is referred as the father. That doesn't mean he has become 3. What reference we have? See, friends. Therefore, Sarvami Etat Brahma. So whether it is Nirgun Nirakar or Saguna Nirakar or Saguna Sakar, everything is but one reality. Therefore, this rule, whatever appears as a result of some conditioning, that conditioned expression is an illusion. See, man getting married to a girl becomes a husband. So who is the husband? Husband is a conditioned expression of the man through the limitation of the wife. Therefore, it is an illusion. Now this illusory husband is miserable. What can you do? Give him illusory medicine. What is the illusory medicine? One husband came and talked to me. Therefore, I am telling you. Swamiji, I don't know what should I do with my wife. I am very tired. I said, look here. You have come to me. I have got only one solution. Think properly. All the problems are because of wrong thinking. Avichara kruto vandaha vicharena nivartate. What is the thinking? Thinking is, tell me. Husband is a proper noun or a common noun? Grammar, school. Of course, any dumb getting married to another dummy is called as husband, is it not? Husband is not something special. Okay, then, so every husband is miserable. If you are miserable, then you are normal. If you are not miserable, then there is something wrong with you. Relax. Then one day we come to know the one who is miserable doesn't exist anywhere. See, friends, when divorces happen, who dies? After the divorce, will that girl become vidva? No. Nobody died. And who was suffering? This one who never died is suffering. See, my friends, therefore, sarvami etat brahma. Therefore, do not be obsessed. That is why in our religion, Sanatana Dharma, we are not obsessed with the name and the form. In the same house, one person is the devotee of JSK, Gujarati. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna. In the same house, other person is Hanumanji, Shri Guru Charana Saroja Raja. The third one is the Devi Bhakta. Fourth one is the Handi Bhakta. See? And fifth one is totally, I am not going to any temple. And yet all of them are the Sanatani. There is no obsession. Wherever there is obsession, you are not walking the spiritual path. See, obsessions we must get rid of. And therefore, sarvami etat brahma. Yatra yatra manoyati tatra tatra samadhaya. This is the purpose of study of scriptures. Ishavasyopanishad tells, ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वं यत् किंच जगत्याम जगत तेन त्यक्तेन भुंजीथा मा गृदक्कस्य सिद्धनम idam sarvam ishavasya. Everything is permeated by the divine. Now this is the vision given to us. And once we accept this world as nothing but Paramatma, we cannot have the bhoga pravritti. Therefore, tena tyaktena bhunjita. See, do not take this world as a place for indulgence and enjoyment. But Atmanam Palayeta, protect yourself from yourself by this right vision. Unless we change our vision, we cannot change our life. See? Tena tyaktena bhunjita. Then, Mahagrudakasya siddhanam. Don't waste your time in accumulating money, money, money. For what? See, friends. Therefore, sarvami etat brahma. Now, after having told this Brahman, then we have to also understand, in that Brahman, we are also included. Are yaar, ye to badhiya baat ho gayi. See? Therefore, sarvami etat brahma, ayam atma brahma. See? Whenever we want to indicate this, I am telling you, which is the finger we use? Do we say, I am telling you? And do we say, I am telling you? No. I is indicated by Tarjani. Tarjani is strong ego. You must have seen many people, when they talk, they use this one. I am going to tell you like that. If you want to scold somebody with the other finger, see, I am going to kill you. Okay, aao. That Josh doesn't come. Tarjani, Am. Now, I am telling you, where is this I? All of us unknowingly know I is the very center of our being. Now, it is said, this Atma, I am Atma, Brahma, you are Paramatma. This is the Mahavakya, one of the four Mahavakyas. See, don't have to run anywhere and seek anything. Friends, the search for happiness is the most miserable search in life. Don't seek happiness. Express happiness. Karma yoga is only this. What we do by karma, if I do this thing, I'll get that thing, then I will be happy. You are postponing your happiness in the future period of time. On the contrary, whatever you have to do it happily. Over. Nothing more to be added or taken away. See, friends, the Sarvam hi etat Brahma and Ayam Atma Brahma. So we are not talking about something above the cloud. One day, one gentleman in Kaivalya Dham, Lonavala, he happened to come and listen. That time I was talking on probably Brahma Sutra. And then he asked me, Swamiji, please don't mind. I said, no, I have no mind. You say anything. Like you don't listen to me, I also don't listen to you. Say anything. You are all the time talking about Brahman, Brahman, Brahman. Don't you get bored? See? I said, now I will answer your question by a counter question. Because I am a great devotee of the Hindi movies. See? एक सवाल तुम करो, एक सवाल मैं करूं. हर सवाल का जवाब ही सवाल हो. Yes. Now you must be plus 70, 80. Yes, Swamiji, I am 78. Very good. Have you ever looked into the mirror? Yes, every day. How many times? At least 3, 4 times. So when you look into the mirror, do you get bored? Yeah, the same useless face. I'm seeing for 78 years. Enough. Does it happen anything? When you see yourself reflected in the mirror, you love that. And if you are able to see yourself reflected in the whole world, you don't have to love. You have love for everybody. See, friends. Now, don't you do, you parents? See, another example, Puneri Ma, grandmother. Puneri people are very special. See, one grandmother called me for a cup of tea, and now they have to praise their grandchildren. So she said, Swamiji, my granddaughter chants 15 chapter Gita very well. I said, okay. Hey, she start. She said, Swamiji, may I call my friend? I said, call, I have no problem. The friend came, both of them sat together, chanted 15 chapter. Now the friend was so superb as compared to this dumb granddaughter. For me, both of them are children. So when that child was chanting so perfectly, I got up and hugged her, I kissed her, and I gave chocolate to her. This has created turmoil. Grandmother got angry. Now she can't say anything to me. So she pulled that child from my hand. No, go home, go home, go home. No, see, your parents are calling you. Go. And physically pulled out. Then I realized, okay. Then I took that useless child. I said, hey, you chant better than your friend. This made grandmother happy. Now tell me, that grandmother has seen herself in the grandchild. Friends, when our love is in a limited sphere, it is called as asakti, attachment. When the love has no boundary, it is called as devotion. See, and what is asakti? Jasakti. Tikti nahi. See, the more we become aware of this thing, Sarvami etad Brahma, Ayam Atma Brahma. And we look at the world as we have taken ourselves to be. This is a simple rule. I take myself to be a sannyasi. So for me, what is the world? Sannyasi and not sannyasi. If I take myself to be Indian, what is the world for me? Indian, non-Indian. If I take myself to be a man, what is the world? Man and woman. So we look at the world what we have taken ourselves to be. And if we have discovered ourselves to be the Ayam Atma Brahma, then whole world is Paramatma alone. Therefore, unless we discover our own divinity, we will not be able to see the divine presence in everything and being. It is for this purpose, Upasana is a platform where we are trained in the Nikrishta Vastu, a stone. Now Ganesh is coming. Go everywhere in the market. Everywhere Ganesh is standing. Buy me, buy me. And then Marathi people go. And then, ये गणपति कितने का है? ये 5,000. सोने का है क्या? See? And when Marathi people talk Hindi, मजा आ जाता है. And finally they bargain. Okay, I'll give 51 rupees. 5,000, 51 rupees. And he takes their Ganesh at home and does everything. And then, hey Ganapati, I should get 5 million. My value is 51 rupees. And you got 5 million out of that puja. Your investment is wrong in a wrong place. See, in the Nikrushta Vastu, we are seeing divine. And when this training becomes perfect, we develop a different vision. Like for the grandmother, her vision was in that grandchild, I alone am. See, when the barrier of separateness is gone, then only Ayam Atma Brahma is recognized. So Sarvami Etad Brahma, Ayam Atma Brahma, So Ayam Atma Chatushpat. Now this Atma is having 4 legs. Now 4 legs doesn't mean like a donkey has 4 legs. No. Bhagavan Shankara's commentary is very beautiful. Like in earlier days, many of you may be knowing or not knowing, our 1 rupee used to be 64 paisa. Now we are developed. Therefore, 100 paisa. So is it cut into pieces? In the same manner, Ayam Atma Chatushpat doesn't mean he has 4 legs like a table. But like there are, say, measurements. So, in the same manner, our total life is measured in terms of experiences. So, which are the experiences? It will come subsequently. One experience of our life is the waking experience. Second experience is the dream experience. Third is the deep sleep experience. And fourth is the experience which we experience, but we do not know that this is the experience. See. Therefore, these 3 are superimposed on the fourth, the absolute. Now, to understand this, out of one man, the Brahman, one experience is he is the son in front of his father, second, he is a husband before his wife, and he is the father to his son. So, the son is the Jagrata Avastha, then the husband is the Sapna Avastha, and the father is the Sushupti Avastha, and the man is the Brahman. Man is never miserable, and his 3 fellows are always miserable. 4, Chatushpad. See? So, depending on the Upadhi, the 4 expressions come. So, when the expression is with reference to the gross body identification, it is called as the waking experience. When the expression is with reference to the subtle body identification, it is called as the dream experience. And when the expression is with reference to absence of the earlier 2, it is called a deep sleep experience. And in and through all of them, there is a common denominator which is supporting all of them without getting influenced by any one of them. The real spiritual practice therefore begins, Dekho suno mat bolo. Meaning what? We are not influenced by anything. See? How to do that? You are doing it. We have heard satsanga how many times? Does it make any difference? No. So because we are basically asangoham, 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 punah punah. So many Mahatmas have come and become paidal and gone. We are ever the same. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, frustration, greed, anger, jealousy. Continuously being bubblediness. See, so when we can do that, we can do this also. So the simplest spiritual practice is, as we listen to the satsanga, similarly listen to other people also. See, Pashyan api nacha pashyati mudha. Therefore, sarvami etad brahma, ayam atma brahma, so ayam atma chatushpat. So this man has 4 legs. One leg is the son, the husband, the father, the 3 of them, and the 4th is this Chatushpat. That means on one, because of the 3 conditioning, he is referred as 4. He has not become 4. This is the meaning. And thereafter, what are these 4 experiences? Friends, when we talk life, all of us limit our life only as the waking experiences. We disregard the dream and the deep sleep. It is something like taking incomplete data to conclude correctly. It will never be possible. See? Waking is not only experience, we also go to the dream and deep sleep. But when we talk about our life, what we talk, I was born and then I grew, first vertically, then horizontally, and blah, 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 blah. Now I am waiting for death. What about the other experiences? Therefore, one of the simplest spiritual practices, do not talk about your past. Do not ask about anybody's past. Net result, you are in the present. Past belongs to the body, not to us. There was a great person in Varanasi. He was the editor-chief of Kalyan magazine of Gita Press. Very nice person, elderly man, must be about 80, 90. So I knew him for so many years. One day he asked me this question, Swamiji, you are very much emphatically telling, don't talk about your past. But unless we talk about our past, how the children will know about our culture? How they will know? See? I said, then talk. No, 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 I want to know. I said, see, I'll tell whether you like or not, but I'll tell you what I know. Past belongs to the body. Childhood was to the body. Teenage belonged to body. Middle-age belonged to body. You are ever the same. Be attentive. When you talk about your past, unknowingly, your body identification becomes stronger and stronger. And the whole spiritual practice is get rid of this body identification. Now, how to get it? I told you, yes, we live through the body. We don't live as the body. We don't take it too seriously. And when we don't take the body identification seriously, Shatrau, Mitre, Putre, Bandho, Ma Kuru Yatnam Vigraha Sandho. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. See, friends, then alone this Mandukyopanishad will be meaningful study. Otherwise, you will get many commentaries on that, and you can also give lecture, but it must be lifted from the book to the brain, and from the brain it must become mature and come in the heart. Therefore, a real Vedanta seeker is the one who is full of love for the whole world, and they do not love anybody, they have love for everybody. Give it a try. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.